Hi everyone and welcome to this week's review. My name is Cheryl, Queen of the Screen, self-proclaimed. Yep, I gave myself that title. So I have to admit that I wasn't overly keen about going to see this film. Sci-fi, the genre, is not exactly my thing. I like some sci-fi movies, but I wasn't overly keen about it. I have to admit, I was so pleasantly surprised that I'm going to give this movie my highest rating so far. Passengers is directed by Morten Tyldum, who brought you The Imitation Games. This film is absolutely not what you expect. So when you watch the trailer, you do expect a sci-fi thriller movie. And yes, it does give you all that. But in my opinion, this is a very, very unusual and unexpected love story.
Hello. Is he asking me on a date?
She didn't seem that impressed. Wow.
You clean up pretty good yourself.
You two look fine this evening.
We're on a date.
Very nice.
Took you long enough to ask.
Passengers tells the story of two characters who were awakened 90 years earlier than they should have been on their way to live a new life on a new planet. So the movie opens with Chris Pratt and he awakens 90 years earlier than he should have done. He is on board this enormous spacecraft. He is completely and utterly alone. This is not a spoiler review because you get this within the first few minutes of the film. I'm not going to tell you any more than that. But he is joined by Jennifer Lawrence's character, and this is a very unusual love story. I was absolutely gripped from the beginning to the end. This movie literally has 3, sometimes 4 characters pretty much in the entire film. Michael Sheen plays a robot bartender whose contribution to this movie is really, really good, and the contribution to their story, to the other 2 main actors' stories, is absolutely fundamental, and he plays a really, really key part in it, which is really interesting and a really, really unusual way of bringing in another character, and I loved it for that reason. Lawrence Fishburne is in the movie for maximum 10 minutes, I would say, and I'm not entirely sure that his role was necessary. I mean, it's necessary to kind of move the story forward, but it doesn't, I wouldn't say, bring anything extra to this film. This movie is carried by 2, sometimes 3 characters throughout the entire film, and if you're sat there thinking, well, I'm going to be bored just watching 2-3 people play out for like 2 hours, then you'd be seriously mistaken. This movie is excellent. I was absolutely gripped, and not just because it's a love story. I mean, yeah, I was gripped because it was a love story. It was just a really unusual way of a sci-fi movie getting a whole new audience. I think there's going to be so many other people like me who aren't particularly that interested in sci-fi movies, but is going to watch this and is going to be way more open to watching other sci-fi films. I'm just putting it out there. This movie is really, really surprising. There's a couple of jeopardies, not major jeopardies like you get in a typical sci-fi film. Yes, there is that, you know, oh my god, what's going to happen moment, and there's a couple of those, but actually the real gripping part of the story is the relationship between these 2 characters, and you totally believe it. You totally get it. I don't think it was far-fetched. It was just brilliant. I don't really know what more to say than if you are a fan of either Chris Pratt or Jennifer Lawrence or even Michael Sheen, you will like this movie. Jennifer Lawrence's performance in it is outstanding. I would say actually it's probably her best performance yet. Oh yeah, I did say that. I think she was incredible in it. Which probably is the reason why she got paid around $20 million apparently. Chris Pratt was reported to have got around $12 million. He is incredible in this, and their relationship and their dynamic is electric. You totally believe it. You totally forget that you're watching a film. You are completely immersed in their story, not the fact that they're set in space. In my opinion, the fact that this film is based on a spaceship is almost irrelevant. I totally believe their story. I totally believe their characters, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. I am so glad I went to the cinema to see this film. I'm going to give it my highest rating yet, 4.5 out of 5. Strongly recommend. What do you think of this movie? There's definitely been mixed reviews on this film, so I'm really interested to know what you think. Did you like this movie as much as I did, or was it a bit of a disappointment? My husband came with me and he really liked this film, but I have a feeling there was a little bit of a disappointment that there wasn't more action in it. Let me know what you think of this film. Let me know what you think of this review. Give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I hope you subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye!